everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Alora.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I'm not sure if it looks like we're missing Mufid here, but I'm just gonna mark everyone who is here. And hopefully Mufid will join us. Okay. So, good morning. I'm Alora. You didn't get a chance to meet me yesterday. My name is
Yes.
Niru.
Okay.
I'm filling in for Lorna because Lorna is not feeling too well. So she was away
Wow.
yesterday and today.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just kind of taking over. I didn't get a lot of structure on the workshop, so I'm kind of just winging it. So yesterday we did a presentation. I think Holly already spoke to you about you doing your presentation on your own. Is that something that you were able to get done?
Yes, I thought today is the presentation. Or was it yesterday?
Today's presentation. So yesterday we did the workshop and today our presentation. Hi, Mufid.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Mufid.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Mufid, my name is Niru. I am one of the facilitators for another program. I'm filling in for Lorna today and yesterday because she wasn't feeling too well. So I think Holly may have already told you.
Yes, she told.
Yeah. So if you guys are ready with your presentations, before we do presentations, I think it's really, really important for us to understand how to give feedback. So even though we're doing presentations, you guys are not presenting for me. You're presenting for yourself and you're presenting to an audience. And we are each other's audience. So it's important for us to learn how to give feedback. So I just really quickly wanted to go over how to give appropriate feedback and watch a quick video on it. And then we'll get started on presentations. And each person will present 5 minutes. So I wanted to know who wanted to go first, second, third, and fourth. Do we have anybody who wants to go first and just kind of get it done and over with? Do you guys want to go in alphabetical order by first name?
Anyway, it's okay. Yeah, that would be better.
Okay, if we go by alphabetical order, then it's Ash. Ash, are you okay going first?
Oh no, I was hoping not to, but sure, I can go first.
Are you sure? If we go you guys never said anything, alphabetical order by first name. Like,
that's fine. I wanted to see how other people did it before I got into mine, but I also don't mind being the one who starts off. That'll be fine.
Okay, so thank you, Ash. So then it would be Mufid, your second. Amalora, your third, and Taiban, your fourth. If we go alphabetical order by first name, is that sound fair to you guys?
Yes.
So Ash, you're number one. Mufid, you're number two. Amalora, you are number three, and Taiban, you are number four. So awesome. That way we won't have too many guessing games. So I'll kind of give you guys the setup. What we're gonna do is we'll have one person present and everybody will provide feedback. But feedback needs to be provided properly because we're presenting for each other. So when feedback is provided, it needs to be tangible. So I want to go over how to provide proper feedback. And this is not only for this presentation mode for class. We need to be able to learn to provide proper feedback because of the roles we're going to take in the future. No matter what you do in the future, you have children, you have family, you live around people, you have friends. We need to be able to have the ability to provide proper feedback. For example, if we have a family member who's doing something incorrect, we have a spouse or a partner that's doing inappropriate things or incorrect things, and we have coworkers that are doing incorrect things. We have children who are doing incorrect things. Because we're older, we have family members, nieces, nephews. we need to be able to provide constructive feedback because it actually decreases the amount of conflict that happens in your life when you can when you can give proper feedback, when you know how to deliver a message, and you know how to target the right things to say and how to say them. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
So have you guys, so I want to know, have you guys ever received feedback or have you ever been delivered a message where you need to change something and the message was delivered negatively, like you didn't receive it the right way because the person didn't say it the right way? Can you guys give me some examples?
I have received some appreciations, but not negative
feedbacks
or anything.
Awesome. That's great that you've received positive feedback, some accolades. It's always nice to hear that. We'll get to that secondly. Ash, Thaiban, Amalora, have you ever received feedback that's not delivered the best way?
Yeah, I have some positive also negative also in the workplace.
Yeah. Can you share? We'll get to the positive one and we'll get to the negative one but I want to start with the negative one. Yeah. How was your negative feedback delivered?
Okay, so it's basically it's a company, they track how many orders we pick in within an hour. So they actually give constant feedback that whenever we are doing poorly, the supervisor come and tell us you're going a little bit lower than the
tracking level. And depending on the supervisor, depending on who's on the floor, has the message ever been delivered rudely, incorrectly?
I think they were nice about it, but they actually give the feedback, like even if it's negative, they did it in a nice way.
Okay, awesome. So that's good to hear that message was received well from you as well.
Yeah.
How about you, Ash and Amalora? Have you ever seen feedback given incorrectly or negatively?
Not too much, honestly. Most of the feedback I get is usually presented pretty well. Even if it is, you need to change this, the people who are telling me are usually, fairly polite about it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's really good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you guys have had more positive experiences with feedback versus more negative experiences. What about you, Amalora? Have you ever had any negative experiences with feedback?
Not really. Most down back home, I'm into fashion and design. So most times when they give me fabrics, it's always well done. So I got appreciated.
Okay.
So I've never had any negative feedback on
your work. But what about in life?
Yeah,
what about
my work?
Yeah, like feedback doesn't just have to do with our work life. Feedback has to do with every facet, every part of our life. It consists of feedback and moving forward. Parenting is feedback. Basically telling your child, hey, Ash, maybe you shouldn't do this way. Mommy's going to teach you how to do it this way. So when we deliver that message, how is it received? Is it constantly being received negatively? If we're talking to our family members and we're telling our siblings something, are they constantly perceiving our messages incorrectly? If we're talking to our partners, is our message being delivered properly or received negatively? That's where we need to understand that even though we receive, we also give feedback as well. So now that we've gone through your feedback that you've received that's negative, what about your positive feedback? What were the good pieces about the positive feedback that you received?
Well, I mean, back in high school and university, I used to do a lot of drama and theater stuff. So it was always nice to receive like, hey, you did that particular role well, or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm. But what made the feedback the most effective?
Probably just probably just the delivery of it. It was generally passed on positively, lightheartedly, that kind of thing.
Awesome. So feedback is effective when it's passed on lightheartedly. We know feedback is passed on when it's given, specific information around what you're doing at that time. What about you, Mufid, Thaiban, Alora?
Yeah, I received some positive feedback like when I'm in high school and university. Like, I think the positive things are like when they give a particular certificate, I know that only few people are getting it, and I'm one of them. So I feel good about that when I get something like that.
Yeah. So when you get feedback and you get positive feedback, you're receiving praise, and the praise itself feels very good.
Yeah.
How about you, Mufid? You unmuted.
Yeah, when they recognize us by performance or maybe by doing a good thing, so when they give appreciation, when they recognize, that make us to do more, then we feel very comfortable, and that's the thing.
Yeah, appreciation, recognition. It makes you feel like you belong.
Yeah.
When delivered properly, when delivered appropriately. How about you, Amalora? Being a designer, giving fabrics, receiving fabrics, making things out of those fabrics, you must have encountered so many people that wanted specific things from you. So when they gave you good feedback, what was the difference between the good feedback that they gave you versus bad feedback? Amalora?
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me?
What was Yes. What was the difference between the good feedback? And guys, I don't see any of you guys with your camera on. Please note when you guys do your presentations, I have a criteria that I was given. So everybody does have to have their camera on to be able to present. So right now it's okay, I understand. But when you guys are presenting, cameras should be on. Okay, so sorry, go ahead, Amalora. I just wanted to add that before I forgot. So how did your positive feedback differ from negative feedback?
When you get a positive feedback from customers, you feel appreciated and happy. But in other words, when you get negative feedback, it makes you down somehow. You wouldn't like it, and you like to improve yourself.
100%. So I'm glad that you guys understand the difference between negative feedback and positive feedback. Now we're going to talk about delivering